Alrighty, folks. I'm back. I'm back. Maybe let me see if I could try bringing up my volume just a smidge. Right clicking. Okay, let me do a quick double check. Check. Okay, that should be fine, and it should enable me to come through a little bit more clearly. Okay. We find ourselves in the Big 50, episode 50 of Horizon Zero Dawn. Please remember to support the show, likes, comments, shares, subscriptions, donations, former show. I'll go ahead and bring up the game here for it all. Okay, and then I turned up the volume a little bit. Hopefully that's not overpowering. Uh, yeah, test. Yeah, I hope it's not overpowering. I'm just a guy that tends to be on the quieter side, and so my thinking is that it will just help me overall to be understood. And then I will also have the success principles after this to follow. Okay. Memorial Day. I had the entire day off, thankfully. Back to work tomorrow for the last day before my big summer break. I kind of got some, I don't know if I would call them confusing signals, but my boss at the one campus said I could go to either campus, and so I was wondering if I should try like a Ferris Bueller's Day Off type deal. Or I just let them believe that I was at the other campus. But I thought it would be a good idea to go back one last time, just to like kind of clean out my desk and see if there's anyone who needs help. And then I was also planning to hit Goodwill and the gym on the way back tomorrow, so it will be a very eventful Tuesday, let me put it that way. I think I might skip streaming tomorrow. I might just do the success principles tomorrow because I don't know, I might have to wait and see how I feel because I'll be coming back from the gym. It's like if I'm hitting all these places after work tomorrow, like gym. I mean, yeah, like I might have a full schedule for tomorrow. Like work, and then hit all this on the way back. Gym, Goodwill, grocery store, and then car wash. Yeah. Like it's gonna be for a pretty packed day. I might not have time, like all of that, and then my piano practice. I practice piano 2 hours a day. All that on top of each other. I mean, it might be for like a long Tuesday.
Outlander. These are not the ones I was expecting. Do your augurs speak of it?
When I cast the metal shavings from Mylen, they moved away from Banur.
She came from the knife trail. She saw what happened there.
Huh. You would have an outlander speak for you? 2 hunters were lost, 1 returned. Convince me what your word is worth.
And yeah, I just finished watching Mufasa, guys, on Disney Plus. I mean, it was alright. It was alright. It was mediocre. I don't think it was. How do I put this? It wasn't memorable enough for me to write a review. Like, there was nothing that really truly captured my imagination with it. It's more in line and in tune with the other Disney live action remakes. And if I were to write a review, that's probably what I would say, is that it doesn't quite capture the magic of the original Lion King, right? It just doesn't. It's nowhere near to that level. And it's almost to the point of being underwhelming and mediocre. And it does at points feel like it's overstaying its welcome. I don't know if it's just because of the live action or what, like, I don't know. It's hard to say, right? It's not as groundbreaking as the original, and I think I would just leave it at that. Okay, what do I want to say here? She endured. She gave up everything by the order. By the rules of the ordeal, she survived.
If this was a test of her endurance, I'd say she's endured more than many could bear. She put your Werak above all else. That was what kept her going, through the pain, and through the loss of a friend. She survived for you. Don't turn her away.
She is a fine teller. There is a place for my land with the white teeth.
I do not dispute it.
Outlander. So nothing of the other hunter? The one called Ikri?
She's gone. She sounded brave.
Her name will always be in my song. Werak is put together like a machine.
It is very dialogue heavy too. Like, there have been times where I haven't been able really to offer quite as much commentary. I haven't been able to talk as much myself because I'm trying to give room and space for the characters themselves to talk. Like, there are some very chatty characters in this. If I have more series like World of Warcraft or ESO, and I'm just like leveling and I'm going through a type of motion, then it would offer me more ability to chat with you all more, right? But it's all right. Like, I don't mind listening to the dialogue. I feel like it's all overall well done. Okay, there's a box here. Barker, Chillwater, Weapon Coil. And what was it? Sparker. We can stay in the box for now. Okay, we can save here.
The sand near Sun Falls is as thick as the snow in the cut.
I want to do all the upgrade quests, and then I want to move on to the final chapter. Let's see here. Don't think I'm going to do the hunting ground one. Okay, Forge Fire. Which one's closest? Husband. Oh, wow. Alright, let's ride out. Thinking about teleporting, but it's fine. Only 700 some odd.
I'll
Either
give
way.
this to you.
And yeah, guys, another school year comes to a close. Honestly, it feels good. Like, this is a hard job. Teaching is a hard job, and like, if you're a teacher, you know. Like, there is a reason we get summers off, and it's because of all the stuff that we have to go through and deal with throughout the school year. Tomorrow should be a pretty slow day at work, too. It's a teacher work day. Boy. Yeah, and this summer for me is going to be quite packed. Like, I've got,
Northwest edge of the cut. The next southern part falls beneath me.
at least as far as I could tell and I'm aware, principal school next month. And then I've got, travel in July. Do not go up, Aloy?
There
Okay.
you are. Just like Umnak said.
Control tower. There are almost always machines nearby as well. Because of the ability that it has, I might want to change up. Let me try the stealth. Oops, not that set. Sorry. This one. See if I can just stealth by. Did you see that? What even was that? It's a rock breaker. Somehow I'm still fully visible here. Just trying to stealth on by. Looked like it worked. Able to all control towers by just overriding or destroying them. That was an achievement. I kind of missed what the achievement said, the actual title, but it's fine. That was actually tied to an achievement. I killed the claws beneath. Okay, so apparently there's also a mob here to kill. That's it. Let me change up again to the stronger armor. Shields, yeah. Trying to get a read on it. What is it weak to exactly? I'm in hiding too. Maybe I should start dropping some trips. Let's see, weapons. Oops, I need to do that. To frost. So I'm wanting to like go all around. Here, freeze. Good hits. Job dodging that time. Look at that. Frost, your favorite. Instead, you don't want to die here. I was trying to dodge that. EQ Aloy. Nice, frozen finally. Wait, what is he truly weak to? Try some silence. There you go, big leap. Darn it. Darn you! Okay, we're out of ammo. Oh, he's weak to this. Ow. What the fudge, dude? Okay, freeze run. Oh. Nice, good hit. Thought I was out of the way there. Guess not. It's so hard to get away. Like I'm like basically like full dodging. Okay, where is this one? Strikes those two. Ow. You really don't want to miss. That missed. That's why I keep using these on him, because it seems like he is weak to this. Just based on what the focus is telling me. Should keep trying to dodge. There.
That'll help.
He's trying to get his armor off right now. Ow. Trying to spear. Picking up some frost. Silence says hello. Says hi. I think that's doing good damage. Put him right in the stupid stomach. Tank and spin. It was kind of good. Not terrific at it, mind you. She's just okay. It might be prudent to. Oh, ow. Kind of everywhere now. Sure, it seems to like these. Just keep dropping. Ow. I'm straight resistant. Okay, and shielding. And then silence. Ow. I just hit him. Wait, nothing my shield. He finally died. This thing was kind of crazy. Let's go ahead and change up our outfit to this one.
Clothes beneath. Homnak wasn't lying when he said you were tough.
Yeah, I basically ate all my healing. Like all my healing, like I was like popping health pots there like nothing. Same thing with the shield pots too, like I was popping like pretty much everything. And then I was trying to leverage its weaknesses as much as I could there. It was weak to, I could see and tell, the Tear Blast, or is it Tear Blast? It was weak to the Tear Blast, and it was also weak to Freeze. And so I tried to, as you can see, leverage both of those in that fight. I think that I probably could have made more use of traps and the Tripcaster based on its movement patterns, but you know, all's well that ends well. We triumphed. Corruption would have been good there. Shock might have been good. There was some shock action with our shock traps. Fire was its strength, and that's really the only one we didn't really use all that much. We used a bunch of freeze though, a bunch of frost. Again, trying to really channel those weaknesses that were identified through the focus. And then, yeah, we are pretty much out.
The ground, the air, me.
Of everything. Like, we're out of healing. Change back. the shield. Shield, I think, is the best overall armor. Particularly in between bouts. Because you can see how it's...
Oh, this is good.
Okay. Outfit weave. I think I got that. You can see how it creates a buffer. And I would argue that that's even more valuable and useful when you don't have sources of healing, which I currently don't as Aloy. Yeah, it looks like all I have are those full health pots. It can give you more room and time to respond with healing. Which is one of the best things about the shields. Yeah, see, it didn't go over these wires. And towards the beginning of the fight, I just started, like, plopping those down, and, looks like he didn't trip those. Yeah, I just need, like, a bunch of healing now.
No space.
Space, cool. I need, like, healing, like, badly. Like, NAL healing. Freeze rhyme. A lot of freeze over here. I don't think I need that much freeze, right? Yeah, it's chill water. I feel like I'm just like at a, like what you might call it, like I'm at the point of having like just like too many of certain items. Not enough of others. Report back to Long Match. Before I do that, though, I want to prioritize some of these quests. Forge Fire. Where's that quest? Just port to it. Kind of can't. You're missing the one that's closest to it. Just get close as you can, because again, we're trying to get this thing finished. Trying to get this sucker finished out. And then, yes, I've got 5 quests remaining, I believe, after that last claw quest. Trying to give my eyes a break, as my optometrist recommended. Try not to stare too much at the screen. I think that's probably the most important thing I can remember as I stream. Throughout this summer season and as I game, just try not to focus too much and too intently on the screen. If you look very carefully and closely at my eyes, you'll see bloodshot veins from years of playing video games. But, you know, it is my hobby. It's what I still enjoy doing, what I like to do. And, I don't know, I don't really plan on stopping anytime soon. Can't travel there. I just have so much fun playing games, really. It's only too bad I don't have a bigger audience online. More people I could share my hobbies with, you know. I think it's fine to do too, as long as I just like limit my time. Try not to spend too much time, you know. I try not to have any 24-hour streams. If I did, I think I'd have to use those blue light limiting glasses. Got this thing we already have. Pretty much all of these we already have. Armors I don't really need or care for. These I probably should restock. Yeah. They were extremely helpful. Perhaps, they only use shards. I don't really see the need to do those. Yeah, I do see the need to do this. And so a lot of these nunsies don't really have a purpose at this point in the playthrough. Also goes for any fast travel packs I should come across. It would be nice if you could just like auto sell anything that's like not full anymore. I think you could sell these. It creates a lot more room. And I should do that with mods too. Trying to like budget pretty much. Yeah. Trying to just budget myself more space. But not constantly having that like very annoying you have too much stuff memo come up. At this point in the playthrough, though, it's pretty much unavoidable. I have talked about how the inventory management in this game is kind of annoying, and that is probably one of the biggest weaknesses of the game, is inventory management. I talked about this as one of the biggest complaints or criticisms of Resident Evil 0. I'm just not a big fan of tedious inventory management. I'll just put it that way, and I will probably bring that up in the review as well. I don't like how Aloy's constantly... I guess I need more space. Like, she's constantly like that. Guess I didn't bring enough bags to carry.
Do you suppose she speaks to the goddess?
I think there are just too many items in this game that are just simply put clutter. Stuff that shouldn't really take up inventory space does have inventory space, and it causes you as the player to prioritize and organize and systematize.
I'll tuck that away.
Like, I basically have to prioritize in each and every episode, as you guys have seen, what I should hold on to, what I shouldn't. And I've talked about this too, where I'm not a big fan of the wildlife aspect in this game. Like the little critters running around that you have to kill in order to increase your carrying capacity. Like, I don't really like that aspect all that much either. And you can see how, looking at my inventory, a big amount of inventory space is taken up with those skins too. I honestly think they could have cut out the critters. Maybe just made it simpler to upgrade carrying capacity. Or, I don't know, maybe just rework the entire inventory system. And I'm just going to cut through these. I don't care. Try to heal him. What I was saying is, I feel like they could have cut out the critters. Get away from me, please. They could have cut them out, and I don't feel like it would have taken away very much from the core gameplay. Right, like, it felt more like a scavenger hunt within the greater game itself. And if there weren't quite so many different, like, bones and skins and different types of animals, it would have been much easier to manage inventory in this game. And if you look at games like probably the easiest comparison I can make to this game is God of War, like, you didn't need a lot of minutia in terms of the items. Right? It's like you had, looking back on my playthrough of God of War, like, based on what I recall, you had like different weapon types, sure, and those weapon types could be adapted to different play styles. But there weren't a lot of like knickknacks and paddywhacks and like give a dog a bones, you know, like there weren't a lot of items with no other purpose. Let me just put it that way. Like there was a currency system. You could spend the currency on upgrades, sure. And then I believe you can also spend, if I'm remembering correctly, you can also spend that currency on like armor upgrades also. Yes, you can spend it on armors and upgrades too. The main items in God of War were like your weapons and your armors, right? And those can be upgraded. That makes perfect sense. And it does have a direct impact on gameplay. The carrying capacity in this game, like it is interwoven with gameplay, but it's, I don't know, it can come across as tedious. Gather a bellowback snout. Where are the bellowbacks? These are broadheads, they're not bellowbacks. They're behind me, by the way. Oh, I see them. Try to stealth and silent strike it. Good job, Silence.
That should do it. Varga can finish her forge fire now.
Okay, and I'll just go ahead and reroute to the other one. Try not to spend a bunch of time on this. Thunderjaw Sights. Alright. Where's the closest one to that? Probably you, right? Or is it you? I think this could go any one of the three ways, right? It's an interesting question. And honestly, like I think the best example I could think of for this is Elden Ring. Like it's often like the golden standard I go back to for gaming. There were a bunch of items in that game, and the weight of the item is what gave it relevance in your inventory. You could pretty much carry like, you know, like as many flasks as you needed, and you could store anything that you didn't need. Like this game, I feel like inventory can at times seem like a burden. Pretty much is how I put it. Again, it doesn't feel good in games having to like constantly go into your inventory and delete stuff out of there. And ESO struggles from this also, actually. Where it's like you can't just like loot willy-nilly, pretty much. There are points where if you do, you have to go back and then you got to go through your inventory and you either have to sell or discard things. This game suffers from that too, where it's like you have to identify what it is that you want to hold on to in your inventory, and what has a use and what doesn't. And I feel like the items that are tied to the critters, the skins and the bones.
I guess I can't blame you for that.
I'm just going through. The skins and the bones, I mean, this is it. Yeah, this cross them. Fire with fire. You have to hit the part to have it taken off. They got it pretty much all of its armor off. Okay, now Frost. I think this side of the troops out. Drop. Good. Trying to get it. Yeah, everyone's piece now. Then you just back off and just cross the arrows. I've taken like just way too much damage and I'm not doing all that much. Starting to freeze front. Okay, now let's try this again. I think it's because Silence is shock based. I'm trying to figure out why he's doing all that much damage. Yeah, I think finally died. Help. Maybe it just is resistant to shock. In that case, let me try switching up to arrows. Try some hard point. Yeah. Ow. Ow! It's charging its laser. Ow. Just keep shooting it, Aloy. Keep shooting it. Don't stop. Ow. You know, it would be nice if she could take some of the heat off of this. Because, I feel like I'm the one drawing all the fire and doing all the damage. We need, a better balance on our team. I'll just say it. I'm trying to hit it, in its core like a Death Star. It's, not working. Ow. Just, ultimate hard points at this point. Okay, we get it. You have lasers and you can fire them. Yeah, we got it. Okay, so, not mess around with this, though. Finally, we're hitting the territory. Wow. We're also taking excruciating amounts of damage. Alright, it's finally dead. Thank you. Pretty much everyone died. Outfit. This one here. I need healing again. Yeah.
There.
Where was she?
Vargas should be able to fix up the ice rail.
I pretty much took all the damage. Freeze round. Might as well pick this up. I don't know when I'll need it again, but there it is. I keep fighting these crazy big machines and they do a lot of damage. Even at this point in the playthrough, it's hard and challenging. I think the Thunderjaw actually is resistant to lightning. And that's the reason I think why Silence was not as effective there. Usually Silence is my go-to guy. But yeah, the Thunderjaw didn't seem to care all that much about the Silence Lance. Just did not care. I feel like I was doing very minimal damage, and he was just doing just a bunch more damage to me, to be blunt. I assume it had something to do with its resistance. And I'll just keep using the, and yeah, we actually could have probably done with an override play there. I just didn't see that machine at the time. Had I seen it, I would have been able to maybe seen if that machine could help me conquer that beastie. And then, yeah, I'm always thinking about my setup, guys. I think I finally got to a point where I'm happy with my overall setup. I've got a good machine, good camera, good mic, good headset. I could use a stronger machine, sure. And I was actually surprised to find that there weren't any big Memorial Day sales. At least not on Amazon.
Found the part. Ready to fix up that weapon?
I am always ready to fix up a weapon.
Never thought I'd be glad to see the inside of a Thunderjaw's mouth.
I sure am.
I'll have
Every
to return to
machine's
her
a
for the
big
ice rail.
box of tools. Once they stop trying to kill you, that is. Trust me, Aloy. You won't recognize this ice rail when I'm through.
I might have been able to streamline a little bit and
There.
save a little bit of time by hitting
Oh, she's perfect.
Thunder Rail
Here's a
last.
spear, right?
Or Storm Slinger.
Poke
Sorry.
slash done.
Storm Slinger was
Boring.
last.
I adjusted the chill water flow, rebalanced here, strapped on a launcher, and now she shoots freezing spikes. Ta-da!
You weren't kidding.
More beautiful, more powerful. That's my guarantee.
Yeah, so if you're also playing this game, like, save... what is it, Storm Slinger? It's gotta be Forge Fire. Save whichever this one was. I think it was Ice Rail last.
You've done good work with this weapon, Varja.
Told you I was good.
So I'll have to see her again.
Anyway, I'm
for
glad
the
she's
last
in your
weapon.
hands.
I've got what you asked for. Show me what you had in mind for the Forge Fire.
Finally! Was
It's
feeling like
the
I neglected
Thunder
her.
one.
And that's a little too close to my family life. She's done and she's yours.
Yeah.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
I'll have to
Looks
track her
great.
down again.
I almost expected you to turn it into a burning ropecaster or something.
Nah, she was close to perfect from the start. She's a Varja original after all.
Thanks for your work on the Forge Fire.
Pleasure. I mean, you couldn't be more of an improvement on her last owner. What a pile of slag he was.
We'd better get moving.
Looking forward to that Banuk welcome.
Hi. I gotta find her again for the third upgrade. Just around it here. Can't really tell who's on my team. It seems like everything was attacking in there, and I was like, what? That was a good override, though. Sure. Yeah, I'll have to see her again because of how I pace the errands. Stormslinger is the one. Stormslinger is the one you want to hit second, and then I believe it's the ice one that you want to save for last. Okay, this should be pretty simple and straightforward. If it's Glinthawk's site, we pretty much know the solution. Fire. Burn them. Kill them with fire. And I've got just the weapon to do it too. Where? Okay, there we go. This puppy. Here she is.
You know, I kind of missed all this red dust. Well, there's our Stormbird. When you're ready, I'll follow up and boom.
It's a Stormbird.
You're not gonna be the one to stop.
I hate these things a lot. Is it weak to Terror Blast? I can't even really tell what's going on. Can you please, like, take aggro off of me? Okay, it's, like, currently annihilating me. These things are nasty, too. I thought it was a Glinthawk. It's not. It's coming down. Go, go, go. You didn't say override? Yeah, Varga, anytime, please help. Glad you're getting stuck on freaking rocks and stuff. This precision is great on it. Please crash. Please crash again. Yeah, feathers. Ouch. Oh yeah, I'm getting basically like going back.
Gonna get you.
Oh, what are you guys doing here? For your swift death. There, yeah, there's a giant freaking bird over there. Someone should do something about it. This is gonna be me. Okay, I need something stronger. Flames. Take your lightning, I'll give you fire. Yeah, Varga, you can hit this thing anytime. Ow. Give me something stronger, like hard points. I don't know what this is doing this strat. Ay. Yeah, Varga, engage. What does it actually do to? Like, it has no weaknesses, right? Something else. Go through this. Doesn't care about most of my stuff. What's this? Ow. I know, Aloy, I know, you're gonna have to fight through it, dude. I hate this enemy so much. They're like Lint Hawks on steroids, pretty much. Can't see it. Finally hit it. What the heck? Where are you at? You got freaking... Bandits also attacking us. Please keep pressure on Varga, if nothing else. Keep pressure on Varga, whatever her name is. I do not want to have to redo this fight. Got Big Bird, Hit Bird. That's pretty cool. This override. What does overriding do? Apparently you can override this thing. It's killing a bunch of other stuff. I don't know if I should allow this to continue. The reason I say that is because I don't know if it's going to reset the healing. It's going to heal back to full. This thing was annoying to fight, I'll be real. It was annoying to fight. It's like killing a bunch of other stuff. Or even is it? It's picking fights with strangers, I'm kind of fine with that. Stock on what I'm low on. Okay, and then I gotta kill this thing pretty much. I'm gonna use this bow to do it. Getting frozen, nice. Frozen. Varga. Still. Nope. Nope. What are you doing? Fighting these gators. How the Stormbird dies to these gators is that tense. Pretty sure that counts, so I'm just gonna continue back, let it fight. I hope the gators can kill this thing. Can the gators kill it? It is weak to Terror Blast. Only its parts, I think, are weak to Terror Blast, though. Well, it's definitely taking it to the gators. Are the gators going to be able to triumph, though? I wonder if it takes the frost damage. It definitely is getting frost buildup from fighting them. I just don't know if it's actually sustaining damage from these attacks. Yeah, I don't know that it is. It's fallen. Here, you guys, the rescue committee. Box bones. See, I think they could have just cut out.
This is it.
Just kill it. A lot of machines died trying to fight this thing. Looks like 2 Snapmaws died. One Snapmaw got seriously injured trying to kill this thing. I mean, that was for an entertaining bout, though.
Forja said she could improve the Stormslinger with this.
Stormbird lens. I feel like I should pick that up. And yep, here we go again. I'm showcasing you exactly what is wrong with this game's inventory system. It's too cluttered, I feel like, because of all of these stupid critter parts. I hope for Forbidden West that they got rid of all these skins and bones. Please just get rid of them. They are not impactful to gameplay. They basically just take up inventory space. They're more tedious and annoying than anything. And you have to remember really like what carrying capacity upgrade they tie to. You know, like there you go. Stormslinger we've upgraded finally to full. This one we're still missing goat bone and we're still missing raccoon skin. So again, we're stuck. So just look out for goats and raccoons, I guess. Again, very annoying though, because then, you know, you have to keep track of those animals that you're missing. And then hopefully find them in the worlds. Like now I am looking for a goat and a raccoon, right? I'm looking for a goat and a raccoon. And I've got to backtrack to find Barga. Let's switch up to this guy. I just like this armor so much. I think it's very strong. Okay, where is she? Where is she now? I'm just gonna teleport out of the wasteland. The carnage, and then yes, I will have an episode of Success Principles to follow this, so please stay tuned. Raccoon. I need a raccoon, and I need a goat. People. Keep your eyes peeled, guys, for goat or raccoon. Finish our upgrades. Box. There's some action up there. just loot you really fast. Guards. Draw back here. Maybe there were just too many critters. Like there were foxes, turkeys, right? Mice, rats, owls, fish. That is a fight going down over there.
Got that part you need?
Perfect. Already got machine oil on my hands.
Here it is. 1 Stormbird talent.
Let's do it. I haven't had
play
this
level
much fun in
50.
ages.
That was an
Watch and learn,
achievement as well.
Aloy. Only don't stare directly at the sparks. Okay, so I pretty much had to break her in half. But what's a staff? A stick. One thing I like about sticks, you can put them back together however you want.
Which you did. This thing looks a whole lot more dangerous.
She's better than dangerous. She's a genuine Varja special now. Take good care of her.
Thanks, Varja. These 3 weapons are fine work.
Are you kidding? I can't remember when I had this much fun. I should be thanking you.
I'm the one walking away with the weapons, aren't I?
Seems wrong to charge you for giving me an opportunity to do what I love doing. Don't tell Pop I said that. Here, whenever I tinker with weapons, I go through fistfuls of this stuff. Maybe you'll get some use out of it.
Is there a reason, Varja, while we're meeting in a war zone, we'll improve weapons?
Aloy, how are those weapons treating you?
They've done right by me so far.
Glad to hear it. Return the favor, yeah?
Use Stormslinger. And then we might have new skills. Yes, indeed we do. I think I'm going to go for these. These seem the most helpful and useful for our playthrough. Sometimes I just have a hard time just like pushing out max damage. Let's go ahead and mod them. Shock. Handling. Why not? Why not, guys? We're pretty much at the end of the game. Untested weapon, give it insane damage. We already had a fire, so we're going to do this more damage. More damage or better handling? I think they're both fine. Okay, improved ice rail. Shots have a long recharge time but deal a high amount of damage and low freezing severity can be modified. Improved forged fire. With secondary attack, the fire burster. Shots have a long charge time but deal both standard damage and fire severity can be modified. And in Stormslinger, powerful charge bolts which do escalating damage. Overcharging the weapon increases its power but causes shock damage to the user. So I think I'm going to want to prioritize some of these other ice rail. Try the ice rail to start and then forge fire. Maybe just rotate. Fix up this bad boy. It's level 50, we're at almost max heal. And yeah, we're still looking for raccoons and goats. Kind of annoying, right? Happy to remember all that. Oh boy. Hunting for the lodge. I don't want to do any of the hunting quests, and I will not. I do not care if it's an achievement or not. I am not doing them. I do not like hunts in this game. Sam, I am. Or should say, Ed Stormer Show, I am. Okay. That should do it for these errands. Are you finished with those errands? Like Close to Minus SpongeBob episode. How are we doing on time, though? Ooh, we're right at 1 hour. So I will go ahead and save it here. Let's see. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish out Firebreak. And then I'll go ahead and save it up here in Long Notch. Because why not, right? I'll save it in Long Notch. I'll finish Firebreak. And then I believe if there's time in the next episode, which shouldn't be for Horizon Zero Dawn, our next episode should not be until Wednesday. because again, I'm not entirely sure how I'll be feeling tomorrow after all that stuff, like gym, maybe grocery, car wash, Goodwill, like all the G's. Oh my goodness, all the G's. And then I've got to go to work too. Ay, caramba.
All right, plant your feet. Steady.
Is there a merchant here? Let's go ahead and stock up on goods. Oh, interesting. You can buy the improved version. I did not know that. And then I believe there's one final bow to buy. Yeah, power shot bow. We can buy all of the advanced version of the weapons too. Sell. Yep, always sell the damage coils. Always do. And we probably didn't need quite so many of these blues. Yeah, I mean, we've basically just got like epics at this point, so, you know. I believe all these. Planning on getting new socks, new shirts to replace my old ones, but I think I'm going to hold off until the fall. I'm going to try to like do some price watching. And yeah, hopefully I only get good news on that. Like, hopefully the prices drop on the shirts and the socks that I'm needing. Maybe just look up on those. I hope I don't get bit too hard, you know. Try to do a bunch of price watching and just try to catch it on the low. Try to catch the shirts and the socks on the low. And, you know, it would be nice if they just gave you a clean set. Like, once you had holes in your clothes, you could just turn them in for a fresh set, you know? But we still live in a capitalist world, capitalist society, so, you know, you got to play the game by the rules and try to rig it in your favor when the game lets you. See, the name of my game. Yeah, the name of my game is save as much money and a bunch of money as I can. And the way I do that is by carefully watching stuff online and then try to make a move when everything is on the low. Buy low, as they say, sell high. Buy low, sell high, and then just monitor the crap out of it. I should say monitor the stuff out of it, because I don't know who might be watching at this point. Watch carefully for it all to drop in price. And then we also have to buy here. Need these like pretty bad. Yeah. Going through. I could try treasure box, why not? We're this close to the end game. Yep, and she sells the original versions too. Brazen Master. Can't even afford these. I don't have enough blue green. I wonder if these have any other purpose other than selling them. I don't think they do. I think I just need those few scant animals. Like I need raccoon, skin. So dumb, dude. Raccoon and goat, right? Raccoon and goat. I wonder if I should go back and hunt for those just to get the carrying capacity upgrades to see if it maybe is an achievement. Ay. I mean, we are on episode 52. This game could stretch to episode 51. It could maybe stretch to episode 52, depending on how long all of this stuff takes. Audio hologram. I think we've already hit all the data points, right? It's the holograms that I haven't hit all of them. Not the data points. I guess I could kind of try to do them at the same time. Or try to play these at the same time as I'm playing through the game, trying to find those last few remaining animals and finishing out these final quests. Oh, but it's been an overall good ride. Like, I would probably just push back a little bit on the dev team next time. Like, guys, you don't need the critters. You don't need the bunnies, you don't need the foxes, you don't need the rats. Carrying capacity upgrades can be so much simpler. Inventory can be so much easier managed. And that's probably my one major ache of this game. Like, my one major pain was the inventory system. Everything else about the game was so well done. Like, the combat was satisfying, challenging at points. The adventure, the sense of adventure was there, right? It was a beautiful world, very well designed environments. Characters had a lot to say.
I know my place
And just everything came together so well. Like the story, the setting, the characters, the music, all of it came together so well. Now, the music wasn't as big of a selling point in this game as it was for some other games, like Nier Automata comes to mind. The music in that game was absolutely incredible. This game, I think the music was good, right? I think the biggest selling points of this game were the sci-fi elements and the Native American elements, right? Like all the hunting, the stealth, where you would sneak around in the environments, and the times where you try to get the jump on the machines that were at times made to seem or replicate animals. I think that was a very creative choice, a creative design choice, which is probably what I'll say. The time, care, and attention that went into this game is so evident by the amount of content, which I think is one of the biggest strengths of the game. And then I think, of course, as I've said, I think the biggest weakness of the game, the biggest area of improvement was the inventory system. And then the inclusion of the critters in the game. I think I saved it. And I hope I did. I think I did. Okay, but there you go, guys. Again, I'm finally glad to have functioning audio, functioning video. And then I'll be back with more Success Principles right after this, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, thank you for any and all support that this show should receive. I say it in every episode. I say it in every thumbnail. Like, comment, share, subscribe, donations, Memo Stormer Show. I say it because that is basically what it's going to take for this show to be a success. I need views, simply put. I can't do it with 0 views and 6 subscribers, okay? I just can't make this into any kind of living with those numbers here on the show. Like, a much more support. I like to see much higher numbers. And that's why I keep plugging and pumping my show, because otherwise, like, I'm basically just streaming here to an empty room. It would be far easier if I could potentially have an audience the size of Kai Cenat or Asmongold. So to pop in like any of those big time streamers, I could be like them, like Stormer Show. So you know, keep calling out and keep pumping my message, and then eventually I'm hoping that I can see some returns, some growth, some gains, and then yeah, I can maybe get an income stream from this. Maybe I wouldn't get to the point where I can fully replace my job with this, but it can fill my time. It can occupy my mind, and then I can keep just seeing it for what it is, like a fun time, you know, like a hobby, a fun time, until maybe I have bigger audience, and then I could maybe take my show in more directions too. You know, I could maybe have a podcast. Or I had this thought today, like I was seeing SpongeBob Cosmic Shake for the first time, the walkthrough, and I had this thought cross my mind, like, what if I had a playthrough during the show, a full walkthrough of a game where I had 0 commentary. All I had was gameplay. And if that's something that you would like to see, please let me know. Yeah, please let me know in the comments. I think it would probably be best if it was a game that was like in the 5 to 6 hour range. I probably would not want to do that type of series with a game the length of like Elden Ring, something I'd probably want to do like a 5 or 6 hour game to start. But if that is something that you would like to see, a commentary with no, a series with no commentary, series with no camera up. It's just simply gameplay, character audios. Again, please let me know in the comments because that's how I'll know. Because until I hear something in the comments, I'm basically just going to go with my gut, go with my instinct and what I feel will work best and what I want for the show. What I could do is like shop around in the Steam reviews and just see what game is that length, like 5-6 hours, and then like pilot that series, pilot it, and then just see if it's successful, and if so, try delivering more of that style of content. But until then, I'll basically just keep doing what I've been doing, what I've done, and then just keep trying to make like small process improvements here and there to the show. I'm pretty much to the point now, though, where I'm very happy with it. Like it is finally where it needs to be and what I want for it to be. Thank you for watching. I'll be back with more success principles, so please stay tuned. And until next time, I've been your host.